So I've got the Samsung Galaxy Z TriFold, and I have plenty of tips and tricks and hidden features I want to show you. But in this particular video, I'm going to show you the first 10 things you need to do, the first 10 most important things you need to first do once you get this phone and set it up. And then, of course, I'll link the videos to all the other tips and tricks down in the description so you can watch them at your own time. Now, the first thing you need to do once you get this phone is change the navigation setup. So we have buttons and we have gestures. Now, this phone, for some reason, it comes with buttons immediately. So if you're coming from an iPhone or you're coming from a previous Android phone where you were using gestures, then it might be inconvenient to use this. So what you need to do is simply turn on the gestures or switch to gestures. And to do that, you simply need to go to settings. Under settings, scroll on the left hand side and go to display. And then under display, if you scroll down, you will see navigation bar. So tap on that and then you can see we are at buttons. Now, all you have to do to change to gestures is turn on the gestures. Simple as that. Now, once you turn on the gestures, you know that swiping from the edges of your screen will go back. Okay. And then swiping, let me just turn this off. So swiping like this takes you home. So if you're in an app like this and then you swipe up, it takes you home. And then to go into multitasking mode, you just swipe up and hold, and then you can see all your recent apps. The second thing you need to do is to customize the inner display keyboard or the main screen keyboard. Now you might have noticed anytime you try to type something, it brings up the split keyboard by default. So you can change that or customize this particular keyboard. So if you want to change to a different kind of keyboard, you can just tap on this icon here, and then you can see the split keyboard is the default. You can change to a floating keyboard. If you go to settings, just tap on the settings icon. That opens your Samsung keyboard settings page. Then now you can scroll down and find size and transparency. Tap on that. You can actually customize the size of that keyboard and the transparency. So once you customize it like that, you can now drag it to either the left or the right hand side of the screen, and you can even use with one hand if you want to, or if you had to. I don't see the reason why you'd want to do that, but you could if you wanted to, just like that. Now you can always make it a full size keyboard by dragging it to one corner and just holding it there like that, and it's gonna go back into the full size keyboard. Now at any time, of course, you can go back there and select the floating keyboard. So that is basically the different ways you can customize the keyboard until you get exactly what you want from this keyboard. You can even retain the split keyboard but adjust the size. So maybe you feel like some of the keys are too far away from each other. You can actually just have the split keyboard, go to settings, and then go back to size and transparency. And then you can adjust the size of this split keyboard. You can make it smaller, you can make it taller, depending on what you want. And then tap on done. And now when you go to the keyboard, you can see it's going to be exactly what you'd like to use. So that's the second thing, customize the keyboard, because you're going to be using the keyboard all the time as you're using this device. So number three is setting up multiple fingerprints. And that's because this is a folding phone. And because it's a folding phone, it means you're going to be holding it differently most of the time. So for instance, when it's open, you might be holding it like this, and the index finger or your right thumb could be the easiest one to use the fingerprint sensor, which is on the right hand side right here on the power button. But sometimes, especially when the phone is closed and you're holding it with one hand, you might want to use either your middle finger or your left index to unlock your phone with a fingerprint. So what you need to do is to set up more than one fingerprint. So you want to go into settings, go back to your lock screen and always on display, and then go to screen lock and biometrics, put in your passcode, and then go back to fingerprints. Now you can see fingerprint one, that's the fingerprint you registered. So you can actually add another fingerprint, and let's do that. Let's actually tap on register and register. So I want to register this particular finger because when I'm holding my phone with my left hand, which is what I like to do, I'd like to unlock using this finger. Okay, so what you need to do is simply just move and just swirl your fingerprint all over that fingerprint scanner until it reads 100%. There you go. And once that's done, you can tap on done, and now you should have two fingerprints. You're going to be prompted to test it. So let's test it. It's good. Okay. So now Whether I'm holding the phone when it's open like this, I can unlock like that, or when it's closed and I'm holding it with one hand, I can simply unlock it just like that. Number four is to enable multitasking gestures. Now, this is a big display. It's actually 10 inches in case you were doubting. And of course, you're going to be multitasking a lot on this phone. So you probably already know how to multitask. You just go into multitasking mode and then tap on that icon and then open in split screen view, and that opens in split screen. And then now you can go and open the other app you want to use in split screen. It's a long process. And because you're going to be doing this a lot, I'm going to show you an easier way to do this. So you want to go into settings. Under settings, you scroll down to advanced features, tap on that. And then under advanced features, you go to multi-window, tap on that. And then you need to enable swipe for split screen. So that's going to allow you to swipe to go quickly into split screen mode. And then also you have swipe for pop-up view. So when you enable those two options, then it makes multitasking and split screen mode very easy. So let's open an app like that. So if you want to start split screen, just swipe with two fingers like this. It's going to go quickly into split screen, and then you can open the other app you want to use in split screen. It's really that simple. Now, sometimes you might want to use a pop-up window, okay, or you want to turn an app into a pop-up window. Instead of going through the whole process, just swipe diagonally like this, and then it's going to become a pop-up window. And that's going to make it very, very easy to just multitask with many apps in pop-up view or in split screen mode. Some of the apps on your Galaxy Z TriFold or any other Samsung phone for that matter will not allow you to put them in split screen mode. So for instance, if you have a game like this one, okay, you're trying to play that game and you try to go into split screen, you can see there's no option for split screen. And even if you use the gesture we just created, you can see it says can't use this app in multi-window. Now, you can actually force apps to go into split screen mode, and you can actually even play games in split screen, believe it or not. So to do that, you go into settings, go back to advanced features, tap on that, and then go to labs. And then you need to enable this option called multi-window for all apps. Now, once you turn that on, that means you can now put any app in split screen mode, including games. I'm gonna launch Need for Speed. Here it is. So here I am in NFS. If I just go to the multitasking gesture, you can see I can actually put that app in split screen mode. Now, a much better way of doing it is to swipe up instead of swiping across or swiping sideways. Just swipe up to put the app in split screen, and then you can open another app like, let's say, the calendar app or the calculator, whatever app you want to open in split screen, and you can continue playing the game in split screen mode at the top here with another app. So you can actually force any app into split screen, and you have all the space you need to use any two apps in split screen mode. Okay, this is still plenty of space to play literally any game. But mostly you want to do this with apps like Netflix. Sometimes Netflix does refuse to go into split screen mode. So you might be watching a movie while maybe finishing on something here at the bottom. Maybe you're typing in a document or your assignment while watching a movie on Netflix at the same time. You can do that with the Galaxy Z TriFold. Now, the next thing I would want you to do, which comes at number 6, is apply a screen protector. And no, I'm not talking about this inner display, because this one, most of the time when you're carrying it around and you're not using it, it's normally folded and protected. I'm talking about this outer display. Now, it still has the Corning Gorilla Glass ceramic too, which is pretty resistant to scratches, so it should be fine most of the time. The problem with this phone is that there are many times you're going to be using it when it's unfolded. Now, anytime you're using it when it's unfolded, maybe you're at a restaurant or somewhere else, you're placing it on hard surfaces that could scratch this display. Now, obviously, the camera bump helps a bit because it's a bit raised, but sometimes you might have uneven surfaces that you're trying to put your phone on. Maybe sometimes you're even putting it on a little stand, and that little stand might have metallic or plastic parts which could scratch your screen. So basically, I'm asking you, if you want this phone to last long, it's a very expensive phone, you might want to try and use a screen protector. Okay, for the outer display, that, I mean, you don't have to do it, but if you want to protect your phone, maybe you want to resell it sometime later, I think you should put a screen protector. Next, turn cover screen mirroring on or off, depending on who you are and what you want. Now, cover screen mirroring is basically a feature of these foldables where if you make a change on this outer display, that change gets reflected in the inner display. Okay, so for instance, if you have screen mirroring turned on and you put a widget here, or maybe you move this icon like this, just let's move it here. If I move that icon there, when I open up my inner display home screen, that icon is also moved from here. Okay, you can see it's also placed there. So that's what you call cover screen mirroring. Now you can turn that on or off depending on what you want. So long press on empty space on the home screen and then tap on settings. In the home screen settings, you should see cover screen mirroring. Mine was mirrored because it's on. So if you want to, you can turn it off and then tap on apply. All right. And if you want it and it's off, you tap here and then turn it on and then tap on apply. If you turn it off, you can have a completely different look on the outer display home screen and from the inner display home screen. Now that takes us to number 8, changing the default password manager. Now you've just set up your brand new Samsung Galaxy Z TriFold and you're installing your apps, and you're finding that when you try to log into apps, your passwords are not available. That's because Samsung sets the default password manager for any new phone to Samsung Pass. So you want to go into the settings and change that to your Google Password Manager. So maybe you use most of your websites on Google Chrome and you have most of your passwords saved on Google. Then you need to go to settings. Under settings on the left hand side, you want to go to security and privacy, tap on that. And then under security and privacy, you want to go to more security settings, tap on that, and then go to passwords, passkeys, and autofill. And then this is where you can see our preferred service is Samsung Pass. You can tap on that and then change that to Google and then tap OK. And then once you change that to Google, now whenever you attempt to log into websites and applications, Google will be your default password manager and it should provide all your saved passwords for easy login. And that takes me to number 9. We've already spoken about protecting your outer display. Why not also protect this carbon fiber back? Again, like I said, this is a very expensive phone. Most of the time you want to use it when it's open. This part and this part and this other part are always going to be on surfaces, especially this part that has the camera. Now, put a case on it, and you don't need to go out and buy a case. There's actually one nice carbon fiber case that comes in the box of your phone. You might not see it because it comes in a little separate box. So go back in your Galaxy Z TriFold packaging and find your case. And the case is very simple. You can see it has this little provision for this hinge. So you just slide it in like this. Okay. And then you want to apply pressure to the corners until it fits. Okay. So you want to just squeeze it until it's just neat like that. And then just press the 4 corners like that, like that, like that, and like that. Simple as that. And now you have a nice little case, and you can see that provision for the hinge makes it very easy to use. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you open and close. It does not interfere with the hinge at all, and it offers the much needed protection for your cameras and for the back of your phone, which is also carbon fiber. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to turn home screen auto rotation on or off on this phone, or rather tablet. Now, with the home screen, you can see currently my home screen does not auto rotate because this is a 10-inch display. Sometimes you might want to use it this way. Sometimes you might want to use it this way. All right. And when you want to use it this way, you might want your home screen to face you. And so you need to enable auto rotation for the home screen. Or if you don't want it, you learn how to turn it off. It's the same process. So long press on an empty space on the home screen and then tap on settings. In the settings page, if you scroll down, you will see rotate home screen, and you need to turn that on. Okay. Now, in addition with that, you need also to turn on screen auto rotation. Now, this normally works for every other app except the home screen. but it needs to be turned on for it to work on the home screen. So now, not only can you auto rotate apps, you can also auto rotate the home screen of your Galaxy Z TriFold. So for me, those are the 10 major things you should do first to sort of enhance your experience using this Galaxy Z TriFold. Now, like I said, I have plenty more tips and tricks and tutorials, and I'll be showing you some hidden features, things you can do, things you even didn't think you could do with this phone. And I'll be making all of them as we normally do on this channel, and I'll link most of them down in the description. And I'm gonna just link a playlist so you can go through whatever you want to see, and you can skip whatever you think you know or you don't need to know, and it's just going to be wonderful, so you can make the most of your Galaxy Z TriFold. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to talk to us down in the comment section. Good luck.